Okay, last but not least, here's our little D2L tour for our lab. So again, some similarities. We're in our D2L page. We've clicked content. If you take a look at start here, again, you're going to see the bio syllabus, and then my portion. Again, still many ways to get a hold of me. And then watch your eyes because we're gonna scroll, scroll, scroll. This is our Top Hat Lab Manual book that you will utilize for the lab portion of our class, as well as virtual lab modules that are in our McGraw-Hill book. And then we'll watch our eyes again as we scroll, scroll, scroll. And we'll go to our lab portion of how you get your grades. So lab is worth 35% of your total class grade. McGraw-Hill and Top Hat are both worth 5% or a total of 10% for our online class. And that is really what we're counting as your attendance points for that. You have lab quizzes that are mostly write out the answers. That's worth 10%. And then new this semester, we are going to take a look at writing a lab report. For the online section that you are in, our lab report is a little different than my friends in person. And it will be that you will get to choose which lab between lab 1 and lab, I think it's 6, but we'll come back to that later. That where you are going to be writing a lab report, like you are completing this lab to turn it in as a scientific paper. And if that freaks you out, don't worry. We're going to walk you through exactly how to do that. And then you will have a rough draft that you will turn in. That is worth 5%. You will do some reviewing and revising and even meet with me if you want to on that reviewing and revising. And that process is 5%. And then you will turn in your final draft at the end of the semester. And that is worth 5% or a total of 15% all combined. And it's really important that you note that this lab report cannot be totally completed by AI, but we, again, will talk about that later, because we want to utilize some AI features to, help us make a really good lab report, but we cannot just go to ChatGPT and say, write a lab report on pill bugs. Not gonna fly. Um, and because this is a new thing, we'll get some feedback from you through the semester to see if you're liking this or not liking this. It is replacing 2 lab tests. I personally am really excited to be in the group that is testing this out. So I hope you are excited. Then we have, of course, our checklists that includes lecture and lab things. So feel free to take a look at that. If the syllabus addendum and all of its many pages is not it for you, this is a nice little 3-page document of due dates. Then, of course, there's a video about how to opt in. And then once you opt in, you'll notice that there is a Top Hat lab manual. So I'm going to open that for us. And let's see if there's a student view. Not so much on this one, but that's okay. The first thing that you'll notice is that there is a lab safety page that you will want to read through, even though we are not in person, and that you must sign. And then you can get started on your concepts and practice, which is sort of the question you are asked. And then you will see that there are virtual lab reminders. And then there is a post lab. Um, and the order in which I would do this is I would read the concepts in practice, answer the questions, go do my virtual lab module, and then come for that post lab at the end before I take my lab quiz. So let me then go back to our D2L portal and show you what you have available for lab. So we're in Unit 1. If we take a look at Lab 1, you will see that there is a PowerPoint. This one is the lab safety. This one is for Lab 1 scientific method, and there's a video for each thing. There are no timestamps in this because there's not multiple sections of it. It's really all dedicated to the thing it's dedicated to. So however you want to learn that material. Here are the links to the virtual lab for you. And then there are also a guided notes page and a study guide, as well as extra resources. Sometimes it's videos, and then a Quizlet. And that's for every lab that you can have for this semester. You will see that sometimes there are other lab parts that are not able to be turned in on Top Hat. One example is the bonus points practice problems, and that is under the assignments tab. And then quizzes, you will see the lab quizzes laid out here. Lab quiz number 1 covers lab 1 and lab 2 on the scientific method. And then that will give you 2 attempts to try. The other tab, of course, is grades. That will show you what you get on each thing. And you do have a class list if you are emailing back and forth with anyone. But I really think that is it. I guess assignments is where you'll be turning in your lab report and your peer review and your final lab report. But otherwise, I think that is our tour. So thank you for watching. And of course, let me know if you have any questions.